Hi creative, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to cut a cow neck top. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So the first step you need to do is cut a basic border pattern. You need it for this tutorial. So this is my chest line, bust point, waistline, and also my hip line, because the top is going to be at my hip line. So at my chest line, I'm going to be dividing my bust by 4 and add 1.5 inches allowance. And for my waist, I'm going to be dividing my waist by 4 and add 1.5 inches allowance. And for the hip line, I'm going to be dividing my hip by 4 and add 1.5 inch for allowance. Then I'll connect the lines together. So I'm going to be linking the full tutorial, detailed tutorial on how to cut a basic border in the description box. You can go check it out. So at this point, you can see I made a mistake. Yes, I didn't want to cut this part out because I wanted to also show you and tell you the importance of pattern drafting. So it's very, very important for you to, draft first on a pattern before transferring it to your fabric. To avoid any mistake, you can always correct it on your pattern paper. So I'm going to show you how to fix that in a second. Okay, so at this point, I now realized that I made a mistake. At this point, I didn't connect that waist line to that hip line, my hip allowance I added, so you can see that mistake there. So I'll show you how to fix it. So what you need is a sellotape or a masking tape. You cut it out, then cut it into small pieces, then arrange your pattern very well and tape it back. As simple as that, just tape it back. So you can see that. So I'm now drawing the correct line. Now you can see me connecting that waist line down to my hip measurement correctly. So at the down of my top, I want it a bit curvy. I don't want it straight, so that's why you see me adding this curve to the top to I cut. So you can see this is how to achieve it. So the way my neck, I came down by 1 inches and the width is 3 inches. So I'm adding allowance for shoulder joining. So that's the allowance I'm adding. Then I cut it. So I'm done cutting it out. I place it to another pattern paper, keeping 1 inch allowance piece for zip. Then this is me trying to add the allowance for darts, because the back piece is going to have darts for better fitting. So this is me adding my darts allowance. Okay, for the back neck, I'm going to be coming down by 2 inches, but the width is still 3 inches. So I'm going to be connecting the neck. Then I'm going to cut every other thing is the same, just the neck and the extra allowance for zip and also for that. So I cut it. So this is the slash pattern we are doing for the cow neck. From the bust point down to, I'm going to be drawing a line down to my waistline, and I'm going to be cutting it open. So this is the slash method I'm using for the cow neck. There's another method you can use. So you can see I didn't cut it out. I just cut it, leaving tiny piece just there. I didn't cut it all out. So I placed the pattern on my pattern. I placed the pattern on the fabric. That space is 10 inches. You can go wider than that, 10 11 inches, it's fine. So I just spread it out that way and I cut it on the fabric. So this is just it. I'm just going to be cutting exactly the same thing on the fabric. Okay, once I was done, I placed that fabric. I place it on my fabric. I want to cut the facing for the front piece. Just cut it exactly the same thing, and so this is why I'm just determining how deep I want the facing to go. So you can see it's really deep down there, and I cut it out. So that's for the front space. Then this is the back pattern. I place it on the fabric and I cut the I place it on the fabric and cut it out. Then I'm trying to mark for my darts. So for the back, I'm going to be using a bias to pipe the neck. Then this is the front. I'm going to open it up, place the facing we cut out, right side facing right side, then sew it. So I'm done. I've piped my neck, the back neck, the dart. I held the dart and iron it out. So I'm going to be placing the two pieces together, hold the zip. Then this is the front. After the facing, I turn the neck. Then I'm going to be placing the front piece to the back. Then I'm going to be holding the shoulder. So this is how to join your shoulder, knit shoulder. Just place it. So place the back piece in between your front piece and the facing, like you're seeing me doing, and sew it. So this is going to give you that neat shoulder finish, and you can see no rough edges is showing. So I spread it out, shape the side, and add any sleeve you want to add. Bend down here for neat finishing, and I was done with the top. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much.